So I think there's a massive thing that can happen when we change how we view something for ourselves. And I'll take these off. This hasn't come from books. This is just how I view it for myself. How we view the situation we're in and what we're going to be doing, and also our own health. And the potential for us to heal different diseases in ourselves, which we're going to be working with today. It's how we view that. And we do have our conditioning, which will hold us in a certain way. And we can undo the traumas, we can work with the traumas and let that unfold and resolve those different things, watch whatever is coming up to the surface and deal with it and grow and evolve. But then on top of that, there is a visioning of your path, of your creation, of your reality. And this is massive for getting better from things. You know, you can clear all the traumas behind things, but also there's a stepping forwards, there's a stepping out, there's a believing or knowing that something else is going to happen. And in me, that is true of holographic breathing now. I know that is going to be a substantial thing. I just know that. And before, I didn't know whether that would happen in my lifetime, but now that will happen in my lifetime. I will be part of that, which is different to a belief in something. It's just a feeling that you know that is going to happen. And when you listen to different people who have accomplished things, I don't know if they've done it consciously, but they say, I've always known this was going to happen. I was going to do this. And that knowing brings it into reality. You can try, or you can do your best, but that falls short of knowing. And none of it is in reality. You know, none of it is real. But what you know is going to happen stands a much better chance of actually being created than something you're trying to create. And it was surprising to me, and really I'm grateful to feel that support from you all and that family that seems to have grown of people who enjoy this work and enjoy each other and appreciate it. So, and everybody is part of the growing of this. Even though I say I'm going to do that, that is my job, it isn't just my job. Everybody who's practicing holographic breathing is bringing it into their reality. That is connecting to the earth, and that is growing. And the people who come to these, you know, I truly don't really know what I'm doing. I've got a pretty good idea of the structures, but there's something else going on beyond that. And I think a lot of people come for that energy, that healing. You know, even if I talk gobbledygook all night, something else is coming through that is intelligent or comes from an intelligent source, or is meant to be. And with healing, I mean, holographic breathing was major in healing Lyme disease. Also, homeopathy was. And that seemed to work better than anything else. It just seemed to clear it. And it did seem to be mainly gone fairly quickly, but I'd been so devastated by it and nearly dead. It takes a lot of time to revamp the central nervous system when it's, and the brain when it's had that kind of hammering, and the body gets into a pattern, and it's hard to find your way out of that. And there was a certain stage with the homeopathy where I just started making my own. And one that I would make is that I would just put a bottle of water on me and do holographic breathing, and the water would take a reading of everything in my body, good and bad, healing energies, viruses, parasites, everything. And then I would make I would drink that back through the day as an exact match of my energies. And two, I would make it into homeopathic remedies. I had a little machine where I could turn it into homeopathic remedies. I think that machine cost me 120 quid, something like that. And one day I opened that machine up and there was this tiny little, you've got two plates. You put the thing you want to make into a remedy on one side, and you put a bottle of empty water on the other side. And inside it there was a magnet and a wire between the two different plates. And there was this variable resistor that would change the resistance of how much flow could go through, but it was just made up. And the lady who's really, I mean, she is busy off her feet. She does, I don't know, God knows, I mean, maybe 16 people a day, every day, sessions, and she'd booked up for 6 months in advance. That is the machine, you know, she's seeing thousands of people. That is the machine she is using. And that is probably half of the homeopathic machines are a magnet with a coil, a variable resistor, and a wire going to the other plate. So I thought, well, I can make my own one of those, just make it nicer in a way. And then I started thinking, well, with homeopathic remedies, you can write a remedy, you can sit a bottle of water on it, and the bottle of water will take on that remedy, so you can drink it yourself. So in the end, what I started doing was just writing what I wanted. So I had COVID. I'd say, okay, COVID, and I'd write D8, 30, 200 on it, which is a nice range of potencies. I'd just stick that on my water filter. And then I would write another label, perfect healing remedy for COVID, and then potencies, and stick that on my water filter. Now there is that homeopathic remedy, but also after doing it, it starts off as a belief, oh, this is going to help, and it does. And then after a while it becomes a knowing. You stick that on there and you know you're going to get better from it. And you do. and people say, oh, it's just the placebo. If that is just a placebo, then do placebo. You know, don't let the name placebo undermine you. Think, well, I get better because I think I'm going to get better. Even with surgery, they think that like half people getting better from surgery is because they believe they're going to get better. Except that's poo-pooed. It's like, oh, it's only belief. Well, that seems to be the biggest thing we've got. To me. So we're going into this session today with that.